Okay, right. So first start with an update. Um, as some of you may be aware from my very short video, I've just been on holiday. I went to Cuba for 2 weeks. Highly recommend it. Beautiful country, great people, very, very safe. It's quite interesting actually because they have virtually no internet. So they have very little access to information outside world and such like, and I got plagued with people wanting advice and questions and all sorts. And food, they struggle for decent food. Steak is rationed, or beef is rationed, should I say. Chicken is very, very expensive. And it sort of explains to a degree why synthol is so popular. You know, these guys want to be big, but they either cannot afford the food or they just don't have the knowledge. I mean, the hotel gym, for anyone that's, those of us that have hollied will sort of understand the type of gym there was. Dumbbells went up to 50 pounds. There was 3 20-kilo plates, 2 treadmills, 2 bikes, a cross trainer, a couple of benches, little multi-station thing. Believe it or not, a really good hammer strength leg press. And that was it. And yet that, to them and for Cuba, was an extremely well-equipped gym. But it definitely is a growing culture out there. They struggle for information. They can't buy supplements. There's no supplement shops whatsoever. And to be fair, I don't think most of them could afford it if they could. Wages are low. It is a poor country. So I spent the second week of my holiday doing PT sessions in the hotel gym for the staff. And I've contacted a couple of friends of mine in the supplement industry, and they're going to forward me a bucket load of samples that I can post out to them. But otherwise, excellent break. Enjoyed it. Stayed in keto. Couldn't track macros really or weights or anything, so I just made sure that I kept on 0 carbs. So I didn't really lose anything over there, but I didn't gain anything either. And that's where we're at. Now we're currently running fats at 150 grams a day and protein at 300. Training has been very inconsistent. Work is manic at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm very, very busy doing things. I've got a lot of projects on that aren't really showing or won't be showing any return for quite some while, but c'est la vie. Otherwise, all good, but training has been sporadic. And in fact, I was supposed to go this morning. Unfortunately, I slept in. Saying that, I also got my youngest daughter ready for school for her first day at high school and rushed her, get dressed, get this, get ready, only to realise at the last minute that she didn't start till tomorrow. Oops. Otherwise, all good really. Got a few things in the pipeline. The book, I'll be honest, I haven't really done much with it. However, I am developing my own website. It is already there, but it's a bit naff, so that's being rebuilt at the moment. When it relaunches, it will be a subscription website, or should I say there will be a subscription option on it. It will be $4.99 a month sterling, so whatever that equates to in dollars, I think it's about $7.50, $7 a month. For that, you'll get access to my drug database, and there are 2. There will be the general drug database, which matches the stuff that I'm doing on YouTube, the drug descriptions. Eventually, there will be peptides on there as well, but there's only so many hours in a day. And there will also be a pharmaceutical drug-based library, which is exactly the same thing, but it's on the pharmaceutical drugs that have been available over the years. So basically, if you get hold of a drug and it's got a branded name and you don't know the branded name, you can look it up. Unfortunately, it's Western stuff, so it doesn't cover all the foreign interpretations, but as I get aware of stuff, I will update it best I can. There will also be an articles section. Now, the articles will be added to on a regular basis, hopefully fortnightly, but definitely monthly. There will be articles from myself. There will be articles from Dr. Michael Scally. who's regarded as a foremost expert in PCT. And there'll be articles from a gentleman called Anders Nedergaard. Now, Anders I met in Denmark, and you see me speaking to him in UC2. He's pretty much the Danish's top steroid guy. And one of the fields he works in is new drug testing. So he is going to be writing articles for me on new emerging drugs and things like that, and other stuff as well. But obviously the new emerging drugs is the really interesting one. Now, obviously I have to pay these two gentlemen for their articles and their input, which is one of the reasons why the site is a subscription price. Also, there will be an Ask Me button. And this will enable all subscribers to ask me, and obviously collectively the other contributors to the site, for any question they've got drug related. There is no maximum usage of this service, and there's no minimum use of this service, but you use it as much or as little as you want. The Ask Me will give you a template, which is an email template, which will then send to a specific email account attached to the site, which I will then get notified of, and I will respond. I will be doing the majority of my drug advice through this setup. It is just impossible to do a general advice service like I have done and have an ad hoc charging system. So this makes the whole setup a lot better. Unfortunately, for the amount of time that I am now spending on dealing with people who need or want or require advice, it's eating up 2-3 hours of every day, and that means that's 2-3 hours I can't spend on any money. So I've had to make it a charge service. That being said, I'm not going to turn someone away who messaged me via Facebook if they're messaging me with a very difficult or troublesome problem. But for most people, general advice, cycle advice, etc., etc., the only way you'll be able to get it is through that service. On other news, the app I was looking at developing has turned into a lot bigger machine. There's a lot more involvement from other people now, and this thing's probably going to be very much a corporate product. What we are as a group aiming to achieve is a MyFitnessPal for steroid users. A lot of developing going on. It will be available as a web-based Android app, iPhone app, and whatever else there is, basically. So it'll be across all platforms, and it will help you plot cycles, work out blood plasma levels. There'll be health and safety check systems in there. There'll be warnings, there'll be injection diaries, reminders, blood works, checker as well. So it's going to be quite encompassing, but as a result, it's going to take a long time and a lot of time to develop this. But we will get it, and we'll get it right. That will be a monthly subscription of £1.99 sterling. Again, but it will be worldwide. The other thing is more of a general thing, because I'm not as involved in this project, is Chem Clarity. We'll be launching very soon. Chem Clarity is a drug testing service. It will test for product and strength. There is a slight hold up at the moment because the company is awaiting for certain samples to come through. Now, most testing companies test against a library of results. What Chem Clarity will be doing is testing against a standard. This is a industry recognized sample of the drug. So there basically isn't a more accurate way of testing your drugs. Unfortunately, permission to get these drugs in and paperwork takes time. Long term, 10 claim criteria will expand to doing blood works as well. But I say I'm just aware of this project and I've had a little bit of input into it, so I will keep you posted on when that launches as well. Regards myself, feeling pretty good. I couldn't tell you what weight is. Coming down though, nice and steady. Fitness is improving. And I'm starting to do a cyclitic training program now. So I'm doing a week of heavy, a week of TUT, which will be 5 seconds positive, 5 seconds negative, continuous tension. And then a week of drop set. That's basically how I'm planning my training for a while. And like I say, condition is not brilliant, but it is improving. We'll start to see. But we're a long way off. So I'm probably looking at another 30, maybe even 35, 40 pounds off before I'll then sit and consolidate for a while. And then look to regain any size that I've lost. I'm not at this moment really bothered if I lose any size. I've definitely already lost a shitload of strength. I'm more a case of just get the condition. And then once I've done that, because that's always been my stumbling block, then I will start to look to grow again. And that's about it, folks. So it's been a long one, I know. Sorry for that. I will get off and I will get back on and get this testosterone profile up for you. So take care and speak to you soon.